Hey, welcome to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. We're going to talk about our Central Florida trip. So we planned this trip a while ago, and we were launching the day after Christmas.
It's a lot.
It was a crazy time to pull it off, but we did. And the reason we chose this time is because we had 13 people going. Mm-hmm. So it was Marie and I, our son, his wife, and their daughter, our granddaughter Briella, and then our daughter, her husband, and their two boys, and then our daughter's friend from college, her husband, and their two kids. So we were all going down there. And it was a little bit interesting because of work schedules. Our daughter and her friend, they wanted to go Friday to Friday. Our son and his wife wanted to go Sunday to Sunday. And because that was all booked on my Marriott Bonvoy card, I had to be there to check them in. So we left on the 26th to get down there the next day, and we stayed at a Marriott Courtyard in Rock Hill, South Carolina on the way down. Mm-hmm. And then when we got there, we checked into the Courtyard Marriott Village, which is across the street from the Vistana Resort that we normally stay at. And I went over to the Vistana Resort and I checked in our daughter and her friend and their families. So they were in one unit in the Palm section. Mm-hmm. And then we were in the Courtyard Marriott for 2 days. Mm-hmm. And then we went over there and checked into what section?
The fall section.
So we checked into the fall section Sunday to Sunday. So by Sunday, we were all over there together.
Right.
But that took a little bit of logistical coordination, and I can tell you, even though I went down the back way, down 81 instead of 95, it was still pretty trafficy.
Mm-hmm. It's a busy time in Florida.
Yeah, especially the further south we got, like Georgia to Florida was pretty busy. We did stop at Buc-ee's.
It was crazy.
It was the most crowded I've ever seen a Buc-ee's in my entire life. I had to wait just to get into the parking lot. I had to wait to get gas. We had to wait to get out of the parking lot. It probably added an hour to our trip.
Like a concert, going to a concert.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. And then while we were there, we got to meet fellow YouTubers. Mm-hmm. So we got to meet Zephyr's Travels, and that is
Randy and Diane.
So we follow their channel. I remember the very first video of theirs I seen was on the Twin Grove RV resort up in Pennsylvania. So I've been watching them as their channel has grown, and they watch our channel also. So we found out that they were in Florida, in Central Florida, for the whole winter. Mm-hmm. So we decided to meet them for lunch, and we met at Smoky Bones.
Mm-hmm. Smoky Bones.
And of course, there's a Smoky Bones barbecue restaurant probably 20 minutes from our house. So we were familiar with them, although Randy and Diane had never eaten there. Okay. So that was a nice meetup, and we'll plan a camping trip or something together down the road. So we're down here in Orlando, and from the road, I spot this red truck. And I'm thinking, I know that truck. It's got a New York tag on it, and it's got these racks. I think Randy and Diane from Zephyr Travels are in Smoky Bones restaurant. So we'll check it out and see if they're in there. We were right. That was their truck. Look who we found. It's Randy and Diane from Zephyr Travels. They live in New York. We live in PA. We go to Florida to meet them.
Right. Baked potato and salad.
Yeah. Burger.
Chicken.
It's Randy and Diane from Zephyr's Travels. They're down here in Florida spending a little time. We decided to have lunch with them.
So we're glad to see him. Thanks for joining us for lunch.
Well, we appreciate it. Thanks for the lunch.
Thanks for meeting up with us.
Yeah, I mean, we had to go quite a ways to run into each other because we don't live that far apart comparatively to where we ended up, but yeah.
Yeah, 1,000 miles to see him, and we're probably 150 miles away.
Right.
When we do there. But one thing I did notice about their truck, they don't have the signature kayak up on the back rack. So hopefully they'll put that on soon so everybody else knows when they see your truck.
Right, and we don't have the dogs with us either. But
Yeah. Zephyr and Monty, we got to see them, and we don't have Phoebe with us, so we're dogless right now. But that'll change very shortly.
Well, I have a couple of magnets from Zephyr Travels for you.
All right, thank you.
Stick those on your refrigerator.
We'll put them on the fridge. They're right in the camper, so we appreciate that.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hey, if you want to check out their channel, I'll put a link to it right here in the video.
What other things did we kind of do on this trip? So
My sister Beth stopped to see us.
she stopped on her way over to her daughter's in St. Pete's,
St. Pete's.
and we visited my brother over in Newport Richey.
Right. And
We did a character breakfast
character breakfast.
at Contemporary Hotel. So
That was new for us.
yeah, we hadn't done that before, and you know, in an hour and a half, you get to see 5 of the characters that come to your table and meet all and greet all the kids and get pictures taken. So that was the first time for us to do that.
Mm-hmm. We joined in going with our children to the Magic Kingdom.
Went over to the Magic Kingdom theme park. Now, Marie and I have been there probably 100 times.
Several times.
And so when we go down to Florida a lot, we don't even go into the theme parks anymore. We like to eat at the hotels.
Mm-hmm.
We like to go fishing on the lakes over there and that kind of stuff. But we don't spend a lot of time in the theme parks anymore, although I want to go down there to Epcot for the Food and Wine Festival. That I'd like to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the little kids are going to Magic Kingdom, so we went along and got to check out the Magic Kingdom. We did go fishing on the lakes at Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So your pro tip here, the BBB pro tip, you can go fishing on Disney lakes in either 2-hour, 4-hour, or 6-hour intervals. And you'll have a great time. The captains are really good with kids, and they will catch big bass when they go fishing, and an occasional turtle. We decided to, well, this was really your idea. We went to see an ice city.
Ice show at the Gaylord Palms. It was based on the movie Elf.
Yeah.
So it was a nice find for the children.
It was very inexpensive.
Mm-hmm.
It was spectacular.
Yeah. So I brought ice and snow to Florida.
Yeah.
For the children.
It was 9 degrees in there. Like they gave you parkas to walk through. The entire village and walkway was made out of ice, and they had ice slides at the end that Maria and the kids were going down. With my back, I couldn't do that. But it was a really great way to spend a couple hours, an inexpensive way to spend a couple hours, and was something, you know, a unique twist to it that we hadn't experienced before. So that was nice. And for little kids, we went to Margaritaville. Now, you don't hear that often, that we're going to Margaritaville because you have little kids with you. But on the promenade at the Orlando Margaritaville, what did they have?
It's Happy New Year's.
So, you know, a lot of little kids that are 2 to 7 years old, they don't stay up till midnight. So they do this event and count down the year at noon. And they had people, the clowns on stilts, making animals out of balloons. There was a DJ there. There was a musician there. They had confetti blowing around and lots of party favors. And over on the promenade, there's a lot of different restaurants that I would love to enjoy. So we may have to spend some more time over there. one other interesting thing about that area, the first Saturday of every month, they have a family day on the promenade with free entertainment for kids. You just take your kids over there and enjoy it. So that was a really nice feature to see.
We were never there, were we?
No, that came in after we sold the condo down there.
Okay.
So that was a nice event. And then when we were over visiting my brother in Newport Richey, we got to go out on a boat ride.
Mm-hmm.
When we put his boat back in the water, we got to eat a nice meal at Whiskey Joe's right on the water.
Mm-hmm.
And we checked out the area for mooch docking.
Right.
So the Newport Richey RV Park, which has one site, my brother put in a 50 amp service and water line that I can back my camper into a mooch dock. So as the temperature plummets up here in the north, I'm hitching up and heading south because I have a spot to put the camper now. So we'll check that out. And of course, when the trip was over, we came home to snow.
Yeah.
And it tightened up my back. So I might be down there sooner than later. We'll have to see.
And I brought a friend home.
Oh my gosh. So we are driving home. I don't like to fly anymore. I like to drive. So we're driving home and we're in Georgia. And we're trying to find a place to stop, get something to eat, and gas up the tank. Can't find a McDonald's or a Burger King, so Marie says, well, just get gas here. We'll get a gas station sandwich. So we pull in there, and I notice in the parking lot, there's like a truck stop, a little chicken standing there. And all I said was, hey, look at that chicken over there. Not thinking anything about it. Park the car, fill it with gas, and then I move it so we can go into the bathroom and see what kind of food they have in there. There's like a pizza shop there. And Marie, 7 times, is worried about that chicken and wants to pick it up to the point where I knew if I left that parking lot, she was going to complain the entire time until I turned that car around and came back to get it. So I didn't want to waste 2 hours going up the street and coming back thinking she might forget about it. So I said, just go get it.
He said, go get the chicken. So I went and got the chicken.
She already had a box set up. She had a towel in there for it. I think she planned this long before I caved. So we now have a chicken.
It's a cute chicken.
That's at the house. We're looking to rehome it. I'm looking for it to be rehomed. I don't know if she's going to do that or not. Our daughter does have chickens. If it's not a rooster, she would probably take it. If it's a rooster, we're done.
It's a story.
So there's some names being thrown about. One of them is Drumstick. Another one is
Carry Me Home.
the Georgia Wing.
Noble Roman's Pizza Shop and Chevron, or
Yeah, the Noble Roman Chicken. Or the Chevron Chicken. Who knows?
Chevron. How about Carry Me Home Chevron?
So if you've seen some of our videos for a number of years ago, you know that she had a rooster that hated me and would attack me. And if I was making a video, that thing would make noise the entire time I was recording out at the back bar.
So if it's a rooster, maybe Noble Roman.
We'll have to see. So if you are interested in these different topics that we mentioned, there'll be a subsequent video covering each one of those categories over the next few weeks. So hey, look, if this video helped you and you're interested in this series, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free, it helps me out a lot. Also, ring that bell, you'll be notified every time I put up a new video. Give the video a thumbs up, that helps it be seen by a wider audience. But more important than all that,
Go have some fun out there.
hey, thanks for watching.